What's up, everybody? Looks like you just got me for a little while. Everybody's kind of tied up at the moment. Hopefully, the producer and the prospector will join me here in a little while. But I couldn't let down the chat. You guys are loyal to us, so I figured I'd at least hop on here, uh, chat it up with a few of you guys for a little bit. Um, Watching some World Cup and Men's College World Series baseball. The deciding game is tonight. Oklahoma is up currently. I believe that's 3-1 right now on North Carolina. Been a pretty good game so far. Actually, been a good series. The game yesterday was pretty solid. Oklahoma was dealing pretty well, and then North Carolina came back later in that game and started scoring on them after a few innings and got to the pitcher. So anyway, we'll keep you updated on that as we go. Let me know what you guys are watching tonight, if anything, while we're chatting. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit about World Cup soccer. That's been a pretty good week since our last show of games. The U.S. had a great game Friday night, or Friday afternoon, I should say. It wasn't even at night. Looked like it was pretty hot for Seattle standards. They kept running the sprinklers during the game. But yeah, a lot of good games so far. Let me know what you guys are enjoying from this as far as the games are concerned, the teams you're kind of being surprised by, or underdogs you're pulling for. I know I watched a little bit of Cape Verde yesterday. I believe that was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday against Uruguay. That was a 2-2 draw. It's a really good game. I actually thought Cape Verde was gonna take that one. Spain definitely was in the driver's seat yesterday against Saudi Arabia. That just kind of dominated that game for the most part. And in fact, I think they even had a goal that was called back on an offside, so it would have been even worse. But yeah, some good games over the weekend so far. Germany winning on Saturday, Netherlands also getting a win. So stages are starting to be decided here pretty soon for the next round. Let's see here where the standings are at. So yeah, and just kind of run through some of these while we're waiting on some people to hop in here. Yeah, Mike, Messi's the leading scorer in World Cup history. Yeah, did he score one or two of their goals, or one or both of their goals today? I didn't get to see anything. I just got home about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So trying to catch up on what things are happening here. But just a little quick rundown. Looks like Mexico, South Korea are pretty much going to be the two advancing in Group A. Don't see anything changing much with that. Canada and Switzerland in the driver's seat for Group B. Oh, wow. Okay, so Messi scored both goals today. Well, pretty good from him. He's yeah. I don't think they had too tough a test today. But yeah, he's just putting on a show right now. Group C, we've got Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland all kind of in the mix there. Haiti's kind of out of it. So we're looking to see. Hey, Alex, you don't want me to sing happy birthday. I'll tell you happy birthday, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. My singing skills are not very good, but glad you're joining us, and especially on your birthday. So thanks for being with us. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. and follow us. Every Monday night we do soccer, uh, you know, college baseball, FCS football when the season comes around. A lot of the other, we do some racing talk once racing gets going well. Um, yeah, a lot of the off the beaten path sports, I guess you'd say, on Monday nights, and then Tuesday and Thursday nights you can join us for more mainstream sports where we talk NFL, Major League Baseball, um, college football. You know, the quote unquote bigger sports in the world of our area. Anyway, let's keep going here down the groups. U.S. and Australia and Paraguay. Um, Australia and Paraguay, I guess, are fighting it out probably for the second spot there because U.S. is already qualified to advance. Group E, you got Germany and Cote d'Ivoire. I'm going to butcher that. I know. Not sure how to say that. But anyway, Group F is Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. They're all kind of in a bunch there. Tunisia pretty much out of it. Group G, Egypt, Iran, and Belgium. Egypt's kind of leading that pack right there with 4 points. Iran and Belgium. We'll see how that shakes out there. New Zealand, only 1 point, not doing too well. Spain, pretty much in the driver's seat there. Uruguay and Cape Verde. Ivory Coast is what that is. Okay. Yeah, Coast to Ivory. Okay, Ivory Coast. All right. See, just need some help with that. Argentina in the driver's seat, obviously, in Group J, with Austria pretty much taking the second spot. Neither Jordan or Algeria has really done much. In fact, Jordan, I think, is playing next, coming up in just a little while, or tonight, actually. Maybe I have to look back at the schedule. Group K, you got Colombia in the driver's seat there with DR Congo and Portugal, 1 point each. And then England and Ghana pretty much running Group L. So that's kind of a rundown of the standings right now. Let me know what you guys have thought about the matches so far. What surprises you've got, things that you've seen. You know, I know Mike said talking about Messi being the leading scorer. I know he's been putting on a show. There's a lot of people that still think that Ronaldo is pretty much done. Although Ronaldo won't admit it. Everything I've seen and heard is like, he's kind of hurting their team by playing and sort of taking the spotlight away from it being more of a team effort. But anyway, we'll see. I mean, he thinks he's better than he is, I think, but that's what happens with a lot of these guys with their egos. So we'll just have to see if Ronaldo can help Portugal with anything. Let's see here. Just trying to kind of bounce around and so yeah. So Messi's got 5 goals. Looks like Dennis Undav with Germany with 3, and we've got Jonathan David with Canada with 3 goals. So that's kind of the top scorers right now as well. Let's see, North Carolina and Oklahoma still 3-1. Just top of the 4th, I believe. It's hard to see from down here, but anyway, yeah, chat me up a little bit. Give me some questions. Kind of scrambling a little bit here to keep you guys entertained as best I can. Let's see. Let's go back to the overview here and look at the matches. So right now you've got France and Iraq. France is pretty much in the lead here, 3-0. That game's at the 84-minute mark, so it's getting close to being over. Norway and Senegal are at the 39th minute, so 0-0 right now. We'll see where that gets to in the next little bit here. Um, I know we had some basketball news today. Oh, look who's joining me. Coming in to help
Hey,
me out.
man.
Coming in from the bullpen.
I got you, bro. I got you.
I was just going to mention
I was like,
that. Yeah, I just trying to do my best to keep the show flowing, and I don't want to let the chat down because the chat never lets us down. So figured I'd get us
absolutely not.
started. I know Virgil said he might not be here to start, but he would get here as soon as he could. Patrick might be a little bit later, but anyway,
Well, I'm here in the meantime. I'm here
yeah,
in the meantime. I'm
I was
here
just
and
getting
just,
ready to
I,
run.
I was like, they were like, you know.
You saw me kind of, struggling a little bit to find something to talk about here after I've run down the World Cup.
So I'll
Uh,
tell you this,
well, give me your take because I know you've been watching it too. So what
s-
have you got?
so I was watching the Germany, Ivory Coast. Actually, I think it was the Germany Ivory Coast. That game was actually really good for like a little bit. Like
Yeah,
Ivory Coast was actually keeping up for a while, but I think they just ran out of steam at the end. You know what I mean? And that's when Germany was like, "All right, dude, enough is enough. Let's end this." And then they just took over after that. So I was like, "Oh man!" But that was a really good match. I was watching that one.
it's one of those
Uh,
things where some of these teams just don't have depth. Their
right,
programs don't have the
exactly,
depth, and that's why they can't keep up. So they can't
The-
really sub in somebody fresh that's actually going to do something.
exactly. Because like you can sub in as many people as you want to. At the end of the day, like if it's
Right.
not gonna it's not gonna help, it's not gonna help, right? So it's not like it's gonna
Exactly.
matter anyway. So
Exactly.
that's what I was noticing with that one. I also saw a little bit of the Spain game. That was during Father's Day.
Okay.
We went to a place we took you to,
Yeah.
Aviator,
Yep.
when you guys were here, right? And I was watching that game, and then I was like, oh man, Spain's running away with this thing
Yeah, Spain kinda dominated that one from the start. They kinda jumped out on an early lead on that one and,
from the
uh
very beginning. They just
yep,
ran away with it. You know what I
yep,
mean? And so I was like, I saw that. I'm like, oh, I guess that's over.
yep,
So
and there
there
was
was
some great plays in that. I mean, I know you saw it, that one play,
yeah,
late where Spain had, like, 4 guys touch the ball, it never even hit the ground, they passed it all around in
dude, it
front of
was
the net.
wild.
That was crazy good.
That's the team that I'm rooting for this year.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for Spain. That's my team.
okay.
And so like I mean, I'm also obviously rooting for USA, but like I see Spain going further than USA.
Yep,
Although USA already moved on, okay, so they're ahead.
yep.
You know what I mean? They won their group, which I didn't. You know what I mean? We kind of knew they were going to move on, but like it was a little iffy at first. Is and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the way it might play out, USA might actually get a really favorable match.
Yeah, I was gonna look here, that was another thing I was gonna scroll up and look at here is the bracket.
Yeah,
Let me see what the bracket because I'm not sure. I wasn't sure which groups went to which direction here. Well, this doesn't even really say. I mean, it just shows the U.S. and then others to be determined in that group of
yeah,
four of the next set. They're, at least they're not in the same group with Germany because they're already in a different bracket as well in the round of
correct.
32.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, it depends on how favorable the matchups are as to their next stop.
I'm actually trying to look for the bracket. ESPN doesn't make it easy, do they?
No, I wish they would, well, I haven't I'm not even looking at ESPN, I was just actually on FIFA's, page,
Mm.
and like I said, they show the US, but they don't show what other groups
So,
feed to those
so
brackets.
all right. So I just found the bracket. So Germany advanced, Mexico advanced. That's one round of the 32. So that you have Mexico, USA, and let me see what else. Germany are the only three teams that have advanced already. I'm surprised because I think also Spain won all their games, so I think they also advanced. So I don't understand why they don't have them here.
Well, they've got 4 points because they had that draw to start
Oh,
with.
that's right. That's right. Okay.
So, there's still a chance that somebody could get 3 points because you got Uruguay and
Mhm.
Cape Verde at 2 points. So, if one of those gets a win, and I don't know who's playing who in the next, they could get 5 points. If Spain only gets a draw, then they're at 5 points. So,
Mhm.
it's unlikely,
Yep.
but yeah, you can't give them the nod yet.
You're
And the
right.
other
You're
thing
right.
is France and Norway in their group both have 6 points. There's no chance that both of them aren't gonna advance, so I don't know why
Well,
they
here's
both
the thing.
haven't.
Well, here's the thing. France is winning right now, 3-0.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, so, uh, I
So
guess
you got
that'll so there's still they still gotta determine which one wins, which one's second, is
France
what
will win. France
yeah,
will win that one out.
yeah,
Will win that one out. Here's the thing though, and I really wish Virgil was here for this because I wanted to get his take on this. There's a lot of African nation teams here that have been absolutely outmatched.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even Haiti was also outmatched in their group stage. I'm like, oh my god. Like I'm happy for them that they made it, right? Like I'm super happy that they're in, but like at the same time, you're like, oh dog, dude.
Well, it's funny because, I've seen and heard a lot of comparisons to the expansion of March Madness,
Yeah,
and that this with expanding to the teams that they have now versus what it
yeah,
was in the past, you get some great storylines and you get some of these teams. It's almost like, okay, you got some FCS teams that have a chance now.
correct.
They don't really have a chance, they have an opportunity.
Yeah, they have an opportunity to showcase
To
their
showcase what
country.
they can do.
Yeah,
But
but like
in
for
most cases,
example,
they're not gonna do much of anything, and so you get that. It's like, okay, but although I will say, I mean, several of these teams, they've at least, they've gotten their first ever World Cup goal, or some of them have
correct.
actually gotten a draw.
I,
Um,
and I like there's one match that I was watching last night, and I think you and me talked about this that we were watching, Cape Verde and Uruguay.
yeah, that was a
Dude,
good
I thought that Uruguay had it for sure. I thought they had it, and then I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing for Uruguay. I don't know why he was out so far and why he was going for that ball when he should have left it alone. Like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you so far out?
yeah,
And then you left the goal open after that.
I agree. I don't know what he was doing other than it was a throw in, and I think they were just gonna kinda work it back to him real quick,
Right.
and that guy that kinda the guy for, Cape Verde just kinda came flying out of nowhere, to be honest with you, and swiped the ball, and then
Yep.
boom,
Yep.
he put it
So
in from a long, long ways away on that one.
like I did not understand like that play at all. And I saw it, you know, in real life. I'm like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
that was an overconfidence and a little bit of a lack of,
Just under
just a lack of, awareness for the situation.
100%. Like, dude, like what are you doing? Like, do not go that far out. You know
No,
what
if
I'm
you're gonna go
saying?
that far out, you better make sure the ball is near the other goal.
Well, you better make sure because if you don't, which is what happened, right?
Right.
Now instead of you're getting your 3 points, now you're only getting one, right? And you're like, oh my god, how does something come flying out of nowhere? Got to come some. You're right. USA not gonna win. Listen, no one's saying that USA is gonna win. We're just saying that hey, at least they're already advanced. They won their group. Okay, so they're into the group of 32, and so that's good for them. Good for them. I just don't. I'll be honest. I don't think they're strong enough. Hey,
Hey,
Hey there, guys.
you got in here before 9 o'clock. All right.
I did. I did. Apologies for being late.
how dare you have a life?
I know, right?
The humanity of things. Don't worry, brother. I got you. You know what I mean? I got in from the bullpen.
Man, I appreciate it. You showing up to your own show. Like, I mean, I'm
This
just
is not my show.
Well, you know, I was sitting here. I was kind of struggling a little bit. I was throwing a lot of balls, not getting many strikes, walking a couple of guys, and Ed came in and kind of tightened it up a little bit.
Oh man, did we get the right hander in there?
What the?
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey,
Oh, hey.
I was not going to let the chat down by not having a show or waiting to. I was thinking of our fans.
All I'm
Well,
saying
if you
is,
thought of the fans, you wouldn't have done it by yourself.
Oh, come on. I had somebody want me to sing them happy birthday. Come on, dude.
my God.
Whose birthday is it?
Somebody in the chat.
It's Alex G. He said, "Could I sing happy birthday to him?"
And my
Wow.
girl is accusing me that I'm talking smack about the USA men's team. So,
Oh wow, a Feyenoord fan in here, huh?
yeah.
Here's a good question: how does something come flying out of nowhere? It's got to come from somewhere, right? That's very
Yeah.
true.
Maybe, maybe not.
I think Feyenoord just got a new manager, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they sack Robin van Persie? And now they're
After
getting
that
somebody
loss?
new? No, this is like in the Eredivisie. But Tunisia definitely sacked Sabri Lamouchi, and then proceeded to bring on someone. Well, who was it? They brought on the guy that was sacked by Saudi Arabia, Hervé Renard, and they proceeded to get absolutely crushed in their second game as well.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, by the way, France advanced to the knockout stage, just so you guys know.
Did they finally finish that game?
Yeah, they finally
Yeah, they
finished that game.
just finished it up here because they were close to finishing.
I
a few
was
minutes ago.
watching that one. I wasn't even paying attention to the phone where Donnie was texting. I'm like, I wasn't even paying attention. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I did see in the text thread, Eric said, "Is Donnie talking to no one?" Like, hey, I'm talking to whoever was listening. We had 10 or 11 people on here that were listening to me.
He
ramble,
said
so.
it's the Ivory Coast.
Oh yeah, because I didn't pick up on that. I see the Cote d'Ivory or whatever.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
See, I don't know. I don't speak foreign languages, so I butchered it.
That's that cot diver.
And then Mike Gorell and Eric at the same time, being nemesis that they are, both did correct me that it was Ivory Coast, which I thought it was kind of impressive that Eric knew that.
Yeah, the man that says he knows nothing about soccer.
He knows more than he lets on.
He does. He he just thinks that he just wants to have that reputation. He wants to preserve his rep.
Hi guys. Just wanted to say hi. I'm here today for a little bit.
I'm rubbing my eyes. Is that Ed here on a Monday night?
Yeah, he is here on a Monday night. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're on our way to try to get 1,000 followers on our YouTube channel here. So we're at 591. We're a little over halfway. So if you know anybody and anyone that wants to go ahead, let them know. Send them this channel so that way they can hit the subscribe button. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, some of the newer people we've got in the chat here tonight that I haven't seen before.
Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, Alex, Joseph, Feyenoord, Nord.
So there you go.
Yeah. Y'all get your friends listening to us as well. Get that subscriber list up. So Virgil.
Yes.
What's been happening with you? I ain't seen you in a few weeks.
Do you guys want the true story or do you guys want the fun story?
You just tell us what you want us to hear.
Nah. Let's just say I had to take a holiday.
Okay.
We'll just leave it like that.
So that's a fun. Okay, so I see the smile.
No, it's not. It's not the fun kind.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. So I had to take some time off.
That's okay.
I'll explain to two of you after the chat after the show what happened. One of them.
Well, that's why I wasn't trying to bring up stuff. I just I know Patrick and I the last couple of weeks have handled the show because you had things going on, and and I know you've been doing some Trash Panda games and some other stuff. So didn't know if you were just hanging out with Freddie, like you hooked up with Freddie and we're just going around with him, hanging out, catching some German vibes from him.
Well, that is a sweet shirt, my friend.
Thank you.
I honestly thought you were just going around. I said this last week. I thought you were just going around to all the Virgil Brooks nights with all the with all the Margaritaville nights. And I thought you were just picking up all your shirts.
That's
So-
what we. Yeah,
Well,
that's what we, that was our suspected plan. Like,
Let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off this story real quick, because as you noticed, there were comments made about me not getting the Trash Panda one. So the game started at 4:05. I am still at that point where I'm at a new job where I cannot just up and go.
If you say so.
I got there.
they not know who you are. Come on.
No, I got there at 4:45. They were packing up the table, and then I saw the quality of shirt, and it did not have the one thing that makes me get a Hawaiian shirt.
Made in
That is
Hawaii.
a tag that says "Made in Hawaii."
Made in Hawaii.
Yep. So that's why I didn't lose sleep over it. I like how Donnie brought up a trade that I didn't even know we were doing. So can't really do that to me. That's not fair. But I know what you guys are thinking. I've been gone for a while. A lot of big sports news going on. So let's go ahead and jump into the biggest news, biggest sporting event going on. Doug Gottlieb has got an extension with Green Bay basketball.
Oh, Jesus
yes.
Christ.
So that means
Yes.
that's right. Gottlieb watch is renewed.
Oh my God,
20,
for another
30,
season at least.
31 no, through 2030 and 3031 and
Oh
2031.
man, we're gonna have Gottlieb watch for half a
For
decade.
1,000 years.
1,000
Man,
years. 1,000 years.
man.
Oh, that's gross.
Man.
That is fantastic news,
On
because
so
I was
many levels,
worried
that's
about
gross.
Gottlieb watch.
Powers. Well, do we need to thank the powers that be at UW Green Bay for this?
Listen, I'm shocked. I mean, he did better this year compared to last year, of course.
Yeah, but it wasn't good either.
I don't think it warrants an extension.
I don't think it warrants an extension, no. So
No. Like, he's lucky to still have a job especially after that first year. Yes, a market improvement second year, and I get, but I say you earn your contract like you earn an extension if you can prove in
Right.
your third and fourth years that you can do that. I don't know about this.
now we'll not talk about this part tonight. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow. But the clear reason is because Michigan is
Oh,
looking for a new
Jesus.
coach with Dusty May leaving for Dallas Mavericks. And the very first thing they're thinking of is like they're going to go for Doug Gottlieb. We got to lock him down before Michigan comes
That's
against him.
gross on so many levels.
Are
But
you guys
who-
surprised Dusty May took that job?
Mm-mm.
No,
Or I knew he was interested in the NBA, but with the way the Mavs have been run recently, I
No, I'm
don't
not
know under that
surprised.
ownership if that's the NBA opportunity I would want to take. But
But that's the thing though. Like if you don't have that many opportunities to make it into the NBA, you're going to take the opportunity that you can. Also, we talked about this about head coaches. Like they got an ego, right? They have
True.
an ego, and they're the ones who's like, "Well, I'm going to turn this around." Like I mean, we have some number one picks. We got Kyrie Irving. We got a lot of all these good players here. I can turn this around for them. It's this how it goes. Like that's how every head coach thinks.
well,
Yep.
do you guys think that that the University of Michigan hates the NBA at this point? Because if you guys will remember, the last time that a college coach took an NBA head coaching job was, I believe it was John Baileen going to Cleveland, wasn't it?
Was that before Donovan? Was that after Donovan?
That was after Donovan. Like I'm talking about Donovan because Donovan made a move within the NBA at that point. That was like 2019. John Baileen left the University of Michigan to go to Cleveland.
so did May take?
Why don't I
over for
remember
him when he
this?
went to the NBA?
I want to say Dusty May did take over for him then, yeah.
Okay.
Or well, no,
big
no, no,
one,
no,
big
no.
one. Okay.
He did not. Juwan Howard took over and then lost his
that's
job,
right.
and then
Yeah,
Dusty May took over for Juwan Howard.
That's right. I forgot
Also-
about Juwan Howard.
Excuse you, Mike Corral. You better chill out because right now the Stanley Cup champions are here in the South. Okay, it's in Sunshine State of North Carolina, so chill out, bro. It's not in Florida.
But I do want
No.
to talk about that for a second, because Florida did something super interesting, and
You mean
also
collusion?
No. Florida
That's a
did
great
something
move.
with this. They traded one of our favorite Checkers players, Sam Miscavige, to Seattle Kraken for 2 draft picks, and then flipped those 2 draft picks along with 2 of their own draft picks for Kachuk. So it was kind of interesting because I was like, damn, why'd they give up Samoskevich for 2 draft picks? And then the next day I found out why. They got those picks so they could package 4 picks to get Brady.
Yeah, but why would I don't think Brady is worth 4 picks.
I'm saying with his brother, I think they're hoping some of that Olympic magic.
Donnie, why is your team trading for a player they already have? Why are you trading 4 draft picks for Matthew Tkachuk?
For Brady, I said.
He's a Brady.
Oh, is that his brother? No, I'm kidding. No,
I just don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth 4 picks. I'm sorry. I
really do like the move. I mean, I think they overpaid for him, but I think
they 100% overpaid.
Yeah, because I don't think he's worth 3 first rounds. I know one of them's in 29.
No way in hell.
But you're right.
But I mean, with his contract, I think in Ottawa, I think that they were dealing from a position of strength. So
true.
Like they and other people and other teams would want Brady.
Iowa's like, go ahead. Ottawa's like, go ahead, come on. Give me the
pick. If you can bring the brothers together and get that chemistry that they have when they do play together, especially when they played together on the Olympic scale.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the spark that they're going for. So
I hope they regret everything. Well, I hope it just blows up in their face. 100%. I hope it blows up in their face.
You got your cup. Quit worrying about what Florida's doing.
Well, Donnie, as a Panthers fan, do you think it had anything to do with the fact that the Florida Panthers didn't play up to their potential last year, or they maybe determined that they were not good enough? So they're like, we need to go out and make a splash to kind of get back to the level that we expect to be at.
Yeah, because they underperformed. They had some injuries, and Matthew Tkachuk was out some this year with injury early in the season.
Good.
But yeah, I think they're like, hey, we got to try to flip this around a little bit. This is the thing though with Florida.
Yeah.
The thing with Florida is last year they traded almost all of the best players the Checkers had last season instead of bringing them up. They traded them.
No depth.
Right. And that's what bothered me with the way their season went this past year is those guys had come up and played here and there, and they basically traded their depth away, and then they suffered all year long because of that. And the Checkers have some really good players. Samoskevich was one of the best players that the Checkers had, and he had been up and down some with Florida this year, and so I thought he might be somebody that's gonna make the jump and stay. Hi, Mia.
Hi, Mia.
Go ahead, come here. Say it.
Have a good night.
They can't hear you.
Have a good night, day. Like and subscribe. Share this with your family and friends. Bye.
There she is.
Bye, girl.
Yeah. So, Donnie, I saw the most interesting headline about that move, though, and it said that the Panthers Tkachuk 3 draft picks to Ottawa. Yeah, I know that was a great one.
Yeah, well,
that joke wants to make me Tkachuk. So,
that's a lot. That's actually a lot better.
That's a better one. Better. See, Patrick, that's how you do it right there.
Virgil,
from the GOAT.
I'm glad you said that, Donnie. I'd like to address the other.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh no,
Virgil.
Yes,
I would like to, on behalf of Donnie, wholly and unreservedly apologize for the gross disrespect that he showed you on this very program last week by using a horrible thing, trying to suggest that you are not the GOAT.
Well,
he said the GOAT of sometimes.
I said he was a Gost. He wasn't a GOAT.
Yeah, you did say that, and I think
because he hadn't been here for 2 weeks.
And I think that was disgusting. So, because Virgil
was he wrong though?
Well, I want to say something about
the wrong person that question.
Well, I was going to say.
I know.
No,
he's trying to get him to stumble.
No, here's the point. And Ed, this is actually something that you always say. Here's the thing about a GOAT. You don't need anyone else he doesn't need to say he's the GOAT. He has other people saying it for him. And GOATs only have to show up when they want to, not because they have to.
That's why Ronaldo needs to stop calling himself the GOAT, because he's not. Messi's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Why do you think I only show up a little bit at a time?
What was I just saying? That's what you do. So why can't the GOAT?
Just saying.
I mean, So,
By the way,
Virgil,
I bought a Hawaiian
I
shirt
I was
this weekend.
I was offended, so I just wanted to make sure that I let you know you're still my goat.
I appreciate that.
And I love Donnie. Donnie's a great dude, but
So
you were
Ed-
ghosted. You were ghosted, and I was, and I was.
can't stand for that.
I was not going to have that. So. Oh, look, Ed's turning into that thing from The Ring, with his eyes going to the back of his head. There we go.
All right, go ahead, Virgil.
You were
I'm gonna
saying,
mute him.
Virgil?
Okay, so Ed, before we talk about you said you bought a Hawaiian shirt.
I did.
What
It's
kind?
upstairs.
Upstairs.
Well, I don't know if it's Hawaiian, but it was very comfortable, and I look good in it. You know what I mean? And I made it look good.
I do want to stay in hockey for a minute because there was a new team in the SPHL that came out, and it's a new team, but it's not a new name. This is a former ECHL brand that's making a comeback.
Okay.
We're gonna go check out, go further down south in the state to Mobile for the return
that's
of
right. I saw
Mobile,
that. Yeah.
the Mobile Mystics.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed
yes.
that. Okay. Nice.
So for those who don't know, the Mobile Mystics was an old team in the ECHL back in, I think, late 90s, early 2000s. Then they folded, and then this is the revival of hockey since then. So it's really rare and kind of nice to see a team bringing back an
oldie but a goodie.
old logo. Yes,
I like. Is that a brand new logo though, or is that like the original?
that is a brand new logo. Yes,
I like the logo.
because let me see. I can probably.
I am a fan of this logo, though. I'll say that.
Now, and I know it's not on purpose or anything, but the color scheme and the style of the lettering and somewhat the style of the character there is very close to the Greensboro Gargoyles of the
I can see that.
ECHL.
Ooh, I like that one even more.
I was, and in fact, I'm wondering, is there any connection to any ownership there? Possibly.
I'll have to do more
Which one?
research on that one.
Yeah.
Which one what'd you say it looked like, Donnie? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Greensboro Gargoyles.
Oh, okay.
Which the Gargoyles are also owned by the same group that now owns the Gastonia Ghost Peppers, the Checkers, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, and so forth.
Oh, by the way, Donnie.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And we are. I'm afraid we may have to put Senegal on a fraud watch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's already 2-0.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what I wanted to ask y'all. I'm glad that you're here because I really wanted to get your opinion on a lot of you and Patrick. Well, like a lot of these African nation teams have been rough to watch.
Before we do that, real quick, just so we can close up the circle here. This is what the old logo looked like.
Okay.
Dude, that's very close to the old one.
Yeah. So same color scheme. Just like I said, just a refresh. So like I said, it's nice. It's nice to see somebody using an old property that was loved and just bring it back and refreshing it. So
they took a little bit of the cartoonishness out of it.
Yeah.
But still,
you can tell they've taken advantage of technology.
Yes, exactly. They cleaned it up and it's a little less cartoonish, but it's still it's not like over sanitized either.
Did they? Yeah. I'm sorry. Did they take the purple out of it?
No, purple's still.
No, purple's still there.
Oh, did I
It's
miss the
very-
purple in the other one? No. Okay.
And Phil's right. It is
I was
similar
so focused
to
on the yellow and green. I didn't see the purple in it.
Purple's there.
still similar to the Augusta Lynx color scheme as well.
Also,
Again, another ECHL team, though not in the same league.
by the way, and also just want you to know that like I try to teach my daughter about Tailspin, the TV cartoon show. She was not having any of that. I was like,
Oh.
Did it break your heart, Ed?
If you don't like Darkwing Duck, we're gonna have a problem.
dude, Darkwing
what's
Duck was the
Tailspin?
shit back then. I'm sorry, what?
What's Tailspin? Is that like DuckTales?
How about this Norway game?
I don't know what Tailspin is, but I'll look it up.
You don't know Tailspin? Oh my god!
I don't think so. It sounds familiar.
It wasn't one of the. It wasn't one of the top ones.
Oh yeah,
Darkwing Duck was the top one.
It's the one with the bear and the pilot thing.
Yeah, Baloo.
Yeah. Was that Baloo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I do know that one. Then
almost had me.
I was about to say that was like right in y'all's era wheelhouse. That was a little later for me, but that was right in y'all's era.
That was in my era right there.
Yeah.
A little bit, Donnie.
A little bit.
Anyways, so sorry to derail it here, Mr. Virgil.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, you were asking a question.
Yeah. So I wanted to get your opinion because. Oh, and Patrick as well, because like I've been watching, getting back into watching a little bit more World Cup now that the hockey's done and everything is all like I can actually concentrate and just watch some matches.
Why? What happened in hockey?
Nothing. Holy Jesus. That was a great save by Norway. Holy Ike.
Oh my god.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh man. It's a great header, but like, geez. Your opinion on a lot of these African nation teams, especially also including, and I'm going to also include Haiti in this. Give me your thoughts.
A lot of the African teams that I was expecting to perform well have flat out not shown up.
Mm-hmm.
I even think Morocco is suspect. That 1-0 win against Scotland, I think, is a very dodgy win. Sure, they kind of held Scotland to no shots on goal, maybe just like 1 or 2, but that's Scotland. That's like a normal game for them.
Yeah. I just thought Scotland had a few chances.
Like, I think they did. I
mean, not clear cut chances. I mean, they block shots and everything, but like they were taking the game to Morocco there in the second half.
They were, but yeah, some of the African teams I was just kind of expecting, they're going to fall where they fall. The Ivory Coast, I think, is probably the best after Morocco. Egypt is sitting on 4 points. They still have to play Belgium.
That was a dominant win they just had.
They had to play Iran. So yeah, Egypt's still looking good, even though it's New Zealand, can't really say much. Everyone's surprised by Cape Verde. If you've been listening to this show, you should not be surprised by Cape Verde. That's been one of the teams I've been talking about in qualification, and in previous Africa Cup of Nations tournaments. I mean, they won their group. They beat Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they're not like they just got in through a playoff.
They're not a pushover team.
They are not a pushover team, and I think the problem with Cape Verde is they're an island nation. Mm-hmm. And when people think of island nations, they automatically think, like Caribbean CONCACAF, and it's not the same thing.
I got you.
No, so Senegal just got a goal back. Cool.
Yep. Just saw that.
Senegal still has a chance to. I mean, they had a good showing against France. I mean, we knew they weren't going to beat France, but they at least had a decent showing. They will definitely probably be one of the third ones going out there. But in my opinion, if they're going to be a contender, they got to beat Norway.
I got you.
Easier said than done with Norway.
Right.
I watched a little bit of Ghana recently too, and they play pretty good. So they've got a fairly decent draw, I guess, in that group with England.
Sorry.
No, that group with England and Croatia is going to be kind of hard. I don't know if Croatia is kind of on a down slope or not. The next few games we'll find out, because Panama is also not a pushover either. I mean, Ghana had to score in extra time to beat Panama. So Panama's still a decent side.
Yeah.
But Ed, to talk about Haiti, yes, Haiti has had a really hard past few games. They've looked competitive, which out of that, yes, they lose 3-0 to Brazil. That was still a flat 3-0.
I got you.
That could have really. It's like
Brazil is not the dominant team that we have seen growing up.
No,
and that's my take on Brazil. It's like, I mean, they're okay, but they're not. In my opinion, I don't think they're one of the favorites.
I mean, I'll never understand how João Pedro didn't make that team.
I don't know either. That still baffles me to this day.
I'm not saying he had to start, but at least make the team.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with Brazil's one of those teams that you always kind of have to get a benefit of the doubt. Like you have to say there'll be a favorite, or at least kind of a, if not like tier 1, then maybe tier 2 kind of teams. Yeah, I think your 3 clear-cut favorites right now are probably France, Argentina, and I was about to say Spain, but
yeah, with that tie, they did come back and they had a very dominant win on Sunday, which I was very happy about. Yeah. But that tie was not a good tie at all, and I think it's like one of the things. Like I think they were looking forward to the other matches.
Oh, it was completely arrogance. You don't sit. You don't remember we had the conversation about College World Series about do you start your ace Correct. In the first game? It's kind of like that. You don't set a player like that. It is better to play him early and then take him out once you are up.
Exactly.
Than do the other way around. It was a slap in the face, and I'm glad Cape Verde responded the way that they did to that.
Yeah. Well, and I'd rather focus on the fact that that Cabo Verde should get credit rather than focus beyond Spain. Like, like Spain made a choice, right? They decided to not play a full strength side to start the game, and Cabo can only play who's on the pitch. So, and they're not going to out football Spain. That's just not how they play. They are a counterattacking, good defensive team. That's their bread and butter, and they do it very well. And they've proven they can do it against one of the best sides in the world. Because even an under strength Spain side is still one of the best sides in the world. I mean,
right.
Let's not lose sight of that. Like, even if it was it didn't have all their first choice players, let's not pretend that wasn't a good Spain team.
Oh my God.
That either had to be a bad miss or a great goal. And the answer is great goal.
Okay, y'all are way ahead of me.
I need to turn on this game.
My God.
I need to turn on this game, apparently. So, interesting story. I've only been able to watch the World Cup in Spanish,
which is the best.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like great because I don't have to listen to Alexi Lalas. So,
well,
guys, I'm sorry, Patrick. I have to say this: love him or hate him, Alexi Lalas is bad at his job.
He's horrible at his job.
He's really bad.
He is.
Oh,
and the other guys know it.
I hope. Yeah, I hope you don't think that I was complimenting.
No, I know you were. I know you're not. But I just wanted to
listen. The fact that
I've been questioning since 1994 why he has a job.
The fact that Zlatan just completely obliterated him on national TV was amazing. Thierry Henry don't like him. Zlatan don't like him. None of them like him.
By the way, what's happened to Edouard Mendy, Virgil?
I must have missed something.
Well, I'm just saying, the Senegal keeper.
Oh, I don't know. That's kind of
because he had an error earlier in this. He had an error earlier in this game. And I was like, and by the way, Donnie, can you just make a bid for Nico Jackson and keep him at Bayern Munich?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll call some people
because I don't want this version of Nico Jackson back at Chelsea. Oh man! And then Koulibaly's looking his age.
What is up?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Senegal. They are kind of on the aging side too.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I've gotten mostly everything wrong this tournament so far with my predictions. But I did say that I thought Haaland, just by himself, would make a difference in this tournament, and that Norway would be a sleeper. He has some decent players around him, but he's that good.
I mean, so far he's playing the part.
Yeah. 59 goals in 52 matches for Norway. That's ridiculous.
Unreal.
Yeah. Is this his first World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is Norway's first World Cup. I want to say since
at least for the men, right?
Yeah.
Uruguay's manager. He used to manage
Marcelo
Leeds.
Bielsa.
Was it? He's the one that did that managed Leeds, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I knew I recognized him. I'm like,
yes, sir.
I know who you are.
Well, wasn't there a big controversy about their concept of fair play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, they got this turd nugget here.
So what I'm going to do is, since we're still going through games, and I don't remember the last game you guys stopped to talk about on Monday, we're just going to go group by group the standings as of this moment. But before we do that, Patrick, I'm going to roll back around to something we talked about earlier. Talk about Feyenoord's manager. Do you know who their manager is now?
I did hear that they hired somebody.
If you're familiar with Netherlands World Cup performances, you'll know the name.
Dude, what's up? Just get a new goalkeeper. Stop wasting so much time.
It's not Johnny Heitinga, is it?
It is not Heitinga, no. Giovanni Van
Bronckhorst?
Van Bronckhorst.
Why?
So I don't know, but he's got a 2-year contract with Feyenoord.
Whew.
So that'll be interesting. Okay, so we're going to go through group by group here. Now, of course, all the groups have not played their second game. We still have Group K and Group L still. Oh, what I was saying was onside, still going on there. So we're going to start with Group A. Mexico right now is at 6 points, with Korea Republic at 3, Czechia and South Africa at 1. Really, out of this group, Czechia has probably been the most surprised to me. I wasn't sure how competitive they were going to be coming into this, and yes, they only have 1 point, but I still think that's a pretty decent side. South Korea blew their chance against Mexico. That was such a terrible goal to give up on what they did. And I can't get mad because blunders happen. And South Africa, just happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. We're just here to have fun, guys.
But they have one of my favorite nicknames, Bafana.
I love that nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, Mindy is coming out.
Yeah.
He looks like completely out of it.
They were looking at his knee.
Diaz. It's not the same.
I gotta hand it to Senegal's kit though. Hot dog, that's a nice kit.
I mean, yeah, Senegal's always. When it comes to like some of the African teams, I've really been partial to Senegal.
Yeah, well, I always like the Nigeria kits whenever they play. I mean, I'm not upset that they're not in this tournament, but
no, not with the expense of who knocked them out. I'm happy about that.
But you know what? I'm waiting to see the Democratic Republic of Congo because I need to see my guy standing up there pretending to be like President Lumumbu.
Yep, he's going to be there. I mean, they showed him boarding the plane, so he's going to be there.
Well, I mean, what do you have? Didn't he have like a 14-day quarantine for Ebola or something like that, or a 10-day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So Norway wins. That's it for this group. Norway and France advance, and that's it.
Well, Senegal may have a shot for the third place.
Oh,
because I think it's like the third best.
The third group. Yeah. You're right.
Well, and this game isn't over yet. I mean,
no, you're right. It's not.
I mean, it's very unlikely that Nico Jackson goes on a 3-goal scoring spree, but you never know.
Well, the fact that it's being played this open right now, I mean, Senegal's got some good players. Like Mane is out there, so I mean,
well, and also Samuel Eto'o could pop out there and score 5 goals.
Patrick, Eto'o was Cameroon.
Sir. Oh, that's right. He's Cameroon. Never mind. I forgot he was Cameroon.
Can't do anything with you on this one. Okay.
I know.
Group.
Well, what about Akon? Akon could get out there.
The rapper?
Yeah. He's from Senegal.
Oh dear. Group B, we've got Canada and Switzerland at 4 points, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Qatar at 1. Really no surprises here. I know having the first games be draws was a little surprising, especially with Bosnia getting a draw against Canada. But really, I think the two right teams are moving on. But who's going to win the group between Canada and Switzerland? I don't know. That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Is Jesse Marsh a little bit like Alexi Lawless?
No. Jesse Marsh has at least a proven track record in managing.
But what about Alexi Lawless's time GMing LA Galaxy? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, no. We
Yeah,
don't.
Nobody talks about that.
Sorry. Well, it's his only other career highlight that I can think of, other than
Everybody wants to forget about that.
The only I said he has 2 career highlights. That's being on the U.S. men's national team in 1994 and being GM when the LA Galaxy owners happened to bring David Beckham to LA Galaxy. That's it.
I don't even know where his club was. He played for club or not.
He played for New England Revolution. I know. I want to say he played for the Metro Stars as well, because they always had to sign like ex-1994 national team players.
Right. So Group C, we got Brazil, Morocco tied at 4, Scotland with 3 points, and Haiti is officially eliminated with 0 points.
Oh,
Like I said, Haiti has not had a bad performance. I mean, they lost 3-0 to Brazil, but I mean, that's just kind of expected. I got Morocco next. I don't see them getting a point out of this. It'd be pretty cool if they did, or at least maybe even a goal. But I kind of hate that for Haiti because I think that's actually a really good side. They did win their group. So, like, they got there for a legitimate reason. But, ultimately just couldn't make it.
Does Scotland have a chance?
What was that?
Does Scotland have a chance?
You would have – I don't think they do. You would have to basically park the bus and then steal one, like in the 80th. And do I think it's possible? I mean, they have some quality players, I would say. None of them play in the Scottish Premier League. But do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. That's a tall ask for Scotland.
Well, they have McTaradona.
Did they miss their chance? Is the Scotland missed their opportunity?
No, I wouldn't say so, because I think Morocco was probably the harder game, I think, for Scotland against what Brazil is going to be. And, they really had a shot against Morocco.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was like I said, Morocco did not play like world beaters in that game.
Okay.
Well, you never know what McTaradona is going to do, So.
And next we have Group D. I'll just go ahead and say this one surprises me. USA is at 6 points. Australia and Paraguay are at 3, and Turkey is officially eliminated at 0. Why does this surprise me? Now,
Turkey?
Well, Turkey's definitely is a surprise. They've been one of the probably not the biggest fraud in the tournament, but definitely one of the bigger frauds. The U.S. has competent attacking, has a great midfield, and great defensive wings.
I don't want to jinx it.
Where the hell did this team come from? Because this was not the team that lost 5-0 to Belgium in a friendly. This was not the team that didn't even score. I think didn't even get 4 goals in the last World Cup.
And not only that, but Pulisic didn't even play in the last game.
Didn't play in the second game. This is a complete, and like I said, this is a welcome surprise. But when I was watching the Paraguay game, I don't know how many times I said "holy shit" during that game.
Yeah.
I was completely shocked that it was almost like a completely different team for the best. So yeah, I said they were probably going to. I'm not going to say they were going to not get groups, but I thought they were probably going to struggle because Paraguay usually has pretty good sides.
Yeah.
Turkey, of course, looked pretty good in European qualifying. While they did have to come through the playoff, it's still there. And then Australia is going to have good players. They have a good side. They got a physical side.
Mm-hmm.
And really, in that second half against the U.S., you saw that side come out where they almost bullied themselves into 2 goals.
Correct.
And honestly, I think if Australia played their strikers, their goal scorers that scored against Turkey in that game, we may be talking about something a little different. But why they did that, I don't know. But U.S. being in there is definitely amazing.
Yeah.
Zach's right. They've been aggressive on the attack from the get-go in these games.
I'm still not convinced by the center defense, if I'm honest, though. I mean, I know we got a clean sheet against Australia, but against better teams, You know, like, I mean, like, what was that? That was our first clean sheet in how long? I mean, I'm 15 games. So we do have a competent attacking team, but do we have enough to get into like a goal scoring spree against a team? Like that's what worries me a little bit. But I mean, no one was more wrong than I was. I was sitting here saying that we might even finish last in the group. So
I didn't think they were going to finish last. I just honestly, I didn't see them winning their group.
I got to back up. Well, I've got to own what I said on the show about 3 weeks ago. So, because before someone calls me out on it, I did say that in some form or fashion. So I was wrong, and I'm thrilled that I was wrong, because I love to see this team, and I love to see the nation getting behind them. Because you don't want to be embarrassed, when you're the host country, right? Or when you're one of the 3 host countries. Mm-hmm. And in all 3 cases, I think all 3 sides are giving good accounts of themselves. Canada certainly, restored theirs. I am not the prophet. No, I am not.
That's pretty good.
Yep, I am not. And that may be the first thing that you said, Mike, that the other prophet would actually agree with. So,
and Mike, we'll circle back to your question in a little bit.
Yeah,
other question.
I mean, so I think that, I hope I'm wrong too, and I hope that we can see a lot more goals. But I get a little bit. Oh, last in Qatar, yeah. But anyways, go ahead, Virgil. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like we were talking about past teams. Like I go back to maybe 2006, 2010. You had a world-class goalkeeper. You had 2 imposing center field. You had 2 imposing center backs, usually Demerit and Onweyu. You have a kind of a decent midfield, but your wings were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty much what U.S. soccer was. Serginho Dest has completely been one of my favorite players to watch so far. He just makes things happen. Alex Freeman, I hope Villarreal is ready to open up that checkbook or get ready to transfer, because he is going to go somewhere. He's going to make some big moves. So really, like everyone's looked like what they should be. Balogun getting a brace. Like I said, he's been doing good at Monaco, but he was Arsenal, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, he was Arsenal, so he kind of had a little downturn during the years during the last World Cup. So definitely good to see him. And I look at the bench, and I look at players like Timothy Weah on the bench, and it's like he's quality. He's going to be good. Like I'm not used to having bench players that can come in. And Ricardo Pepe didn't come in for the first game, but played the second game. Yep. He caused that own goal to happen. If the Australian player does not kick that in, Pepe kicks that in.
Yeah, he was a handful.
He was. So yeah, it's completely different. It's night and day, and it's all. And like Zach said, it's not just Pulisic anymore. Now you have quality players around him, and it's like I said, it's fantastic.
And Zach, to your point about the world seeing that the U.S. doesn't have to be so reliant on Christian Pulisic, I think they've figured out because Christian Pulisic is injury prone, they can't afford to be so reliant on Christian Pulisic,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, because you don't know when he's going to be available. When he is available, he's fantastic. But I think in his club career, you've seen it's just that the one thing you say about Christian Pulisic is when he gets hot, then there's an injury. So he gets so he has all this. His career to me has been so stop start. Like even in Milan, he got off to a flying start from Milan, but then injuries kind of hampered that progress as well. But there's never been any denial of the talent. Yeah, he's starting to be the Anthony Davis of soccer. That's a good comparison.
I will even say in this group, and this is probably a hot take for people, I don't think Pulisic's even the best player on this team now. I think it's Weston McKennie.
That's a fair shout. Tyler Adams is up there too.
He is up there, but I kind of think about injuries with him too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he did miss some time at Bournemouth from injuries. So I like Tyler Adams. I said I've got him and McKennie being there. I mean, you still have Aronson. I mean, he's played for Leeds. He's got Premier League experience. He's on the bench. Yep. You've got quality players there now. So it's kind of.
What do you think about Berhalter? I feel like he's a polarizing player. Some really love him. Others are like, why?
Well, I think to be fair, hearing that last name makes people convulse.
True.
Because I mean, like I said, I forgot who posted this. Someone made a comment about I feel jealous for the new U.S. soccer fans that didn't have to suffer through the Berhalter years, because man, those were some tough games to watch.
They were,
but no, I have no problem. I have no problem with them. Like I said, when the roster came out, I was kind of more questioning why Reyna was on it than Berhalter.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Reyna did get his goal there, but Reyna's like the guy who's like, he's got so much potential, but I feel like sometimes it doesn't click.
Yeah. Well, and he's had some maturing that he needs to do. And I don't know. I don't know that he's ever, you can't hold him responsible for what his dad did. But,
no, you can't. But you can also kind of hold him responsible for how the falling out of Dortmund happened.
Oh, 100%. Play Reyna and Aronson more.
Well, I agree with that. I don't agree Scully is trash. I think he's just new to the situation. Because Scully doesn't play complete all of his games for Mönchengladbach either. So he's about the player I was expecting from there. A lot of people are kind of dogging Anthony Robinson. I think he's perfectly fine too. He's a little more he's a little too comfortable with the ball than I'd like to think, but
he's offensively minded, right? I mean, like you have to have center backs that can cover him. But I mean, I would say Dest is a little bit better defensively than Robinson is, but they both love to bomb forward. I mean, that's their game. That's why they've been signed by the teams that they do, because they are attack minded.
Right. Donnie, what do you think so far of the Americans' performance?
I mean, I've only watched the Australia game, but I think they were, as Zach was saying, like offensively, they've been very aggressive. Like from the start, every chance they get, they're trying to pin the other team kind of back into a corner, so to speak, so they can surround them. And the defense is like smothering, I guess is the best way to put it. Again, I don't know it as well as you guys know. I don't know the players by name and what they've done, but in watching it, they just appear to be very, very much on the attack the whole time. In fact, I think watching that game, I know they were talking about the one of the moves the coach made to put an extra striker in up front late in that game, and making some shift changes so that things were more in their favor on the aggressive side. So again, I don't know much beyond that, but it just seems like they are playing relentlessly.
Yeah. This is the best I've seen Poch coach since he became U.S. men's national team manager. I feel like he didn't start coaching until like the first game of this tournament.
Yeah, pretty much. It's almost kind of, like I said, it's like he was holding all this in, like, and then waiting till after the fact, and the bam just kind of happens.
Well, maybe that's why like you said in the friendly, they didn't look good, because he didn't want to show his hand.
And there are definitely players that are coaches that do that. See you later, Ed.
Later, boys.
All right, Ed. Thanks for helping out.
All right. Yeah, and that could be a lot of it too, because like I said, I don't even think they're in the friendlies they really played that aggressive. So they definitely had to hold something in for that to happen. So
like I said, I witnessed one of the friendlies and it was painful.
Because there was one time that, and I'm still learning this, but there was one time where they were talking about how every time they have like like to start the halves and stuff, they'll kick the ball straight out of bounds down in the corner to kind of force the other team to have a throw in and sort of cluster to where they can surround them and sort of smother them back in their own zone. And like that's a strategy, which I don't know enough about it. Is that something that other teams do? Is that something a newer strategy overall, or is that something that US is just like learn to start doing and play into their hand?
I think it's been seen before.
Yeah.
Usually you kind of see that with medium-sized teams that are up against bigger teams, kind of in a way just kind of fluster and control possession in there the best they can.
Right.
When you just flat out know you can't go up against them by possession-wise. Going over the next group, we got Group E. Germany has 6 points. Ivory Coast has 3. The Frauds of Ecuador have 1, and Curacao have 1. So I did not have a chance to talk about this. Curaçao's goal against Germany is probably going to be one of the biggest things, really should be one of the biggest talking points in the tournament, period. Because there's one other goal there's a certain goal that made me think of, and I'll see if Patrick knows which one I'm talking about. It's not a World Cup goal, but what is the other goal? What is a goal that can be, okay, Zach, we don't have time for that. What other goal could be compared to that's probably bigger than that one in world competition?
Oh, like in terms of style of goal or significance of goal?
Size of countries playing against each other.
No, I was trying to think of is this like San Marino?
No, not San Marino. The equivalent of this goal, the last time I've seen a goal this kind of big is when Tahiti scored against Nigeria in the 2009 Confederations Cup. That's kind of the size of what we're dealing with here with especially an official game having Curacao score. So definitely not. No, Grenada scoring against the U.S. that has happened before. Antigua and Barbuda scored against the U.S. before. That's nothing weird. The game itself, though, going to Germany's second game with Ivory Coast. Yes, it was 1-1. I was not worried. I thought Germany was going to pull it out. Usually, if it was Germany from 4 years ago, they weren't going to pull that one out.
Right.
But they're still holding on strong. I don't want to call them a favorite. Yeah, I still don't. I think the last 2 World Cups, they've kind of shown they're not necessarily a favorite yet. They get out of the group and see how they go from there. But if they run into like a France or an Argentina, they're not going to win that.
Right.
But then Ecuador just flat out they're getting too old.
Yeah.
Okay. Group F, we've got. Oh,
is it bad that I didn't realize Oscar Bob was Norwegian?
I think I knew that, and I forgot he was on the team.
I did not know that. Donnie, I know you did, but I'm sorry, I did not. So,
Bob who?
Oscar Bob.
Okay, next we have Group F. We've got Eric Prophet's Netherlands and Japan at 4 points each. Sweden at 3 and Tunisia with 0. And I think they probably got rid of their coach again. I think I am coaching Tunisia in the next game. I'm not sure yet.
Are you? Okay. Well, I think Hervé Renard is wanting to go back to coaching. Wasn't he coaching Lyon's women's team?
I think so.
Man, why would you give up that job?
I don't know.
See, Virgil, when you came on tonight, if you'd have told us you were out the last 2 weeks because you were negotiating to take over as Tunisia's coach, that would have been the play.
That would have been the play.
That would have been the most believable play.
Yeah, but I don't even want that job.
Well, no. Well, I mean,
it's only going to last for like a couple more games.
Can you see that? Can you see that headline? Tunisia temporarily hires GOAT.
No, because what will happen is that I will find a way to beat the Netherlands on accident, and then I'll have the full-time coaching gig, and then I can't do the show anymore. That's okay. Exactly what would happen.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that maybe there were some negotiations going on with Flobo. Like backroom negotiations that were almost finalized.
Oh, you think he was going to poach me?
I thought so.
Well, didn't turn out that way. So we got Group G with Egypt with 4 points, Iran and Belgium tied with 2 points, and New Zealand with 1. Belgium is another team that has really underperformed. First off, tying, well, not tying, they drew both their games with Iran and Egypt. So now they got New Zealand. So they'll probably win that one. They'll probably still advance on in the group. But I'm still really surprised by, just disappointed in Belgium's performances so far.
Yeah. So, Mike, good point. Normally you can't buy national teams until you get Donnie money.
Well, I mean, I could buy Tunisia if I wanted.
Well, no, I said like normally you can't buy national teams, but with money of your kind, those rules don't apply to people like you.
Right. I'm not gonna buy the team. I just buy the whole country.
There you go.
The team just comes with it.
Man. So you're gonna buy the Royal Palace?
Sure.
I
need a vacation home. Yeah, and I will make it all crystal.
Brilliant. Okay, Group H, we've got Spain at 4 points, Uruguay and Cape Verde at 2 points. Cape Verde, of course, is the talk of the league, and honestly, they have a decent shot to win the group.
Who do they have next? They play Saudi Arabia?
They play Saudi Arabia next. Saudi Arabia is still in it with 1 point, but they can probably get the third. But there's a good possibility if Cape Verde wins that game, they may either get first, they may get second.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah. That's probably the surprise determinant for a lot of people. And of course, currently we have Group I with France and Norway both at 6 points currently, and Senegal and Iraq at 0-0. France and Norway are the next game that they play, so I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be looking at that one. And then the two games one more group. And then Group J, Argentina with 6 points, Austria with 3, and Jordan and Algeria both with 0. Jordan and Algeria are playing later tonight. I fancy Algeria on that one. I don't know why Jordan's in the tournament, honestly. Jordan's really kind of just really shown they don't belong.
Yeah.
And then Group K, Colombia right now is at 3 points with I heard somebody call it Dr. Congo, and that has stuck with me since, and I hate that. Democratic Republic of Congo and Portugal are at 1 point. Speaking of teams that got a little arrogant in their game, Portugal, of course, tied with Democratic Congo, and Uzbekistan with no points. Really can't gauge Uzbekistan yet because Colombia is a good quality side. So we'll see how they do in their next game. And then Group L, England and Ghana have 3 points, and Panama and Croatia are at 0 points, and they'll play each other. Next, that group can go anywhere. I think England's going to come out on top, but Croatia, Ghana, Panama, I really think that could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Whew. So that is it for that. So
I want Jordan to do well as part of my deployment was there, and I trained with their soldiers. They were so happy when they qualified for the World Cup. Well, they were one of the beneficiaries of the expanded field, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I say, for their sake, I hope they do well and make it. But
yeah,
I don't know. They haven't really looked. Oof. Oh, that was close. So we'll see how they do it. That was Bob. I had a chance to get it, but
he blocked it. Oh,
yeah.
That was a good strike, though. Wow.
Well, but no, overall, that's really about it. But Patrick, do you have any takeaways from the World Cup? And then Donnie, same question for you.
I mean, I'm just thrilled for the U.S. I know it's still early. I mean, we're only 2 games in, but still, just to have a feel good factor around this team and to see the fans getting behind it. I think if anything, that's going to be good for the sport in this country. So I'm excited about that. And then from a non-US perspective, I mean, it's the popular answer, but Cabo Verde to me has been a great story to see. Not because I'm surprised that they're doing well, but that they've taken their chance. I know they've only drawn 2, but they were given a tough group. So
they really were.
So well done, Cabo Verde. You're making your country proud.
I mean, I think the excitement around this tournament overall, just not even just from a U.S. perspective, there's so many storylines between some of these teams that you weren't expecting to do much, having a little bit of a shining moment, even if it's fleeting. The fans, I mean, there's so much about, I know we've talked about Freddie and I don't want to harp on him, but the social media stuff from all the fan groups. I mean, the ones, the Tartan Army, the Norway fans, everywhere you look, they're all rowing in this huge group in the middle of cities and stuff. I mean, just like everybody's seeing the passion of all these fans, and these fans are coming here and experiencing the US in a different light than what they've been told that it was in a lot of ways. That's what my takeaway is that, hey, it's not all what you've been told. And you're seeing that there's so many more aspects. I mean, the fact that these people are discovering ranch dressing, like it's going out of style, is hilarious to me. But all of the matches, and the ones in Canada, the ones in Mexico, they've all been exciting. The teams are just giving like everybody's captivated by this, and it's like, I know that's one of the things of the World Cup is that when it comes around, then you pay attention to it, and after it's gone, you don't. I think this maybe is another building block, and maybe actually 2 or 3 steps forward, and not necessarily 2 or 3 steps back when it's done, when it comes to soccer in this country, because it is getting bigger here. I mean, I see the kids getting more and more into soccer. 9-year-olds, like, the esteemed councilman's son asked me, we're at the beach, are you going to be watching the World Cup games when it first started? Now, of course, when I came back from the beach the end of that week when it did start, I didn't get to watch any games because I had to work. But just for the fact that he, as a 9-year-old going on 10 years old, is like excited to see these games, and he's a big Messi fan as well. So the kids are getting, again, it's been a slow burn in America for soccer, but it just continues to get better, and this is even making it more so.
I heard that Messi stayed at the fancy hotel community that you stayed at when you went to the beach, Donnie.
Yeah, right.
I heard that's Messi's family's preferred spot, with the locked gated community you were in and all that. So, well done on you.
We did have a lazy river, so that was probably what he was going for.
Good on you.
Exactly.
So
race.
So yeah, I was gonna say that was Ismail Assar, wasn't it?
That was Ismail Assar. That was the second goal. Crystal Palace player. I mean,
I was gonna say he's a Palace player, right?
He's a Palace player. He's one that I hope you guys hang on to.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Nice.
Wasn't he at Marseille before he went to Palace?
Sar? I thought he was at
was he at Watford? Was he at Watford?
Oh god, I don't think he was at Watford. Sar was at,
I want to say he was at Marseille at one point.
He was at both, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He was at Watford and then Marseille for 1 year, and then picked up at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Started his career at Nets.
Well, maybe he can get a hat trick here. That'd be nice.
I mean, it's not out of it. They're still threatening. They may get
like
another
I said,
one.
I said it's a 90-minute game. We can't say that Senegal are out of it. But he started his career with the New York Mets.
Not the New York Mets. You know who I meant. I was waiting for that joke.
Hey, real quick, what did you got? This question that Mike had earlier about decovering the mouth and the straight red on that. What you guys followed this much better than me. What is your take on that ruling? The rule in general, I guess, and the ruling of that.
I kind of didn't understand what the problem was with it, because I haven't really been paying attention on the international level as much. If there's been a problem with people covering their mouths and talking with, I don't know if it's a way to the racism thing or if it's something else, but
yeah,
I think it's about the context of it. But do I have a problem with it? I don't have a problem with it, because really, if you're covering your mouth, you shouldn't really be saying what you're saying, most likely.
I guess. I mean, I guess we're so used to baseball players and other people doing it, and I think, at least my understanding of the reason they had it in is because they want to be able to tell what you said, and they got so many cameras around. They want to make sure you're not saying something inappropriate to another player, derogatory to another player, and disrespectful to another player. And I get it. I think a straight red is a bit much.
I do agree with the straight red being a bit much.
I mean, if you do it, because I mean, if you went up to like wipe your nose and all that, and they thought you were talking and you weren't talking, you how do you defend that? Because all you're going to do is argue, and they're going to think you're arguing for the sake of arguing. When it should be at least if you do it once, it's a yellow, and it could be a carryover. If you do it once in a game and you do it again in another game, then you get the red or whatever. It should, I could see that, but a straight red seems a little excessive for something like that.
Well, Virgil, I think you covered it. I think what you said about like the whole racism thing, especially with like what's been happening with like Vinny Jr. and who's the guy that just, I forget which player it was that just got suspended. Like the big thing in the Champions League that happened with the
that wasn't the finals, was it?
Well, it wasn't the final because it was Benfica. It was Benfica.
It was Benfica Real Madrid.
Yeah, and that was Vinny Jr., right? That was the
Vinny Jr. was part of that.
I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it was Benfica Real Madrid because but I think part of this stems from that, right? From that whole that's an example of all that. So I'm with you. I don't know. I would say my problem with it is I don't think they've been consistent in enforcing it, because I still see players after the game when they're giving handshakes and everything else, that when they're talking to each other after the game ends, they're still covering their mouth. So is the rule that they're not allowed to?
I don't think they can enforce it after the game. I think it's during the game.
So it's just during the game they can't do it.
Yeah, you can't give you a red card after the game.
Well, you can get a red card after a game.
Yeah, but I don't think they're looking to enforce it then. I think they're looking to enforce it during the competition.
Yeah. And I guess that's a question that I have is like, is the rule that it's only during the game, or is it like anytime you're on the pitch representing the team? So
I feel like it has to be on the pitch, because like what's stopping you from doing it at halftime?
Right. Iceman and Top Gun would have gotten a red card.
Oh, I think Senegal's got a corner here.
Yeah.
This will probably be the last one of the game.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I'll tell you this, that was Ismail Assar again, wasn't it? Oof.
Yep, that was Assar.
Yeah, but there was a cross before this. That was a nasty head collision.
Oh yeah, it looked like it just grazed him, honestly. And then I saw the replay. I was like, no, that wasn't a graze.
Yeah, no. But the one before, that play where the Senegalese player was coming in and hit the Norwegian defender.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that was nasty looking.
But Donnie, to go back to what you were talking about with helping with soccer fans in the States, I don't know how much U.S. success is going to translate with the States, because I think with soccer in general, I mean, people go where the players are. People will watch where the players are. And this is kind of the battle with there's two certain sets of soccer fans in the United States. They're the ones who wake up in the mornings, watch their Premier League on Saturday, Sunday morning for breakfast, watch their, watch German games, watch the Dutch games, all that. And then you've got the people who watch MLS.
Right.
MLS has had a problem trying to get the fans that watch European soccer.
Yeah.
I think this is going to create more European soccer fans, probably. I do not know if it's going to translate for MLS. It may. But that's why I was kind of thinking if Diego Luna was probably on the team, that probably would have done that. But that's what it turned into.
Well, I think where I was trying to go was that it's going to be, it's not necessarily the fans that is going to grow. I think it's going to continue growing with the kids that want to play.
That I agree with.
Then, because I agree with you, the MLS to me, and maybe when they make this switch and follow more of a European schedule, that could potentially make a difference. I don't know how much difference that really makes, but anyway, you're right. Fans are like, they see this. U.S. fans that don't follow soccer are rooting because it's U.S. It's like Olympics. It's like anything that's country related. They'll follow it while it's going on, and then in the meantime, the next 3 years, they'll be like, well, MLS, who are the players from the U.S. team? Well, they all play in Europe. So, it's like, oh, okay, well, then who are the MLS players? And it's like people get lost. It's like people when they follow minor league baseball. They're like, what's this team? Like this, they go out to a game and they're like, who is this? Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was a team here. And what's their name and who are they affiliated with? Like they have no clue. And I think that's the way it is with the soccer as well. It's like, you're right. MLS needs to, I don't know what they need to do or how they need to go about doing it, but they need to broaden their national exposure like some of the other sports. I mean, they need to try and find a way to be, for lack of a better words, on the level with an NHL. Because maybe they can get to that. They're not going to get to NFL level or MLB level.
Well, I think MLS with their salary cap or like the way they do salaries, they're not going to get anywhere near these European leagues with the current format that they have. Now, I'm not saying to go like, I think it needs to be a happy medium, but like they either need to expand the number of DPs that you can have to open it up. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're kind of stuck in a certain zone with the level of player they can get. I mean, I also don't want to just open it up to where no American players have a chance to play in MLS. Mm-hmm. I just, like, that's not what I'm trying to say, but I also think that one of the trade-offs in doing it the way that we do it, and admittedly like a very confusing system with general allocation money and all the different things, like you need to be a financial scholar like Virgil to understand MLS finances. But am I wrong?
Even that's a stretch for me. Like
I said, but TAM and GAM and all these other things that we have, like, I feel like they've hamstrung themselves to only be able to attract a certain type of player. And MLS is known as a retirement league for that reason.
Yeah.
Are we getting better with that because we have some players from like Central and South America that are coming over to play? Sure. I'll give you that. But we're not getting, as soon as they have a chance to jump to Europe, once they're like really good and they have a chance to jump to Europe, 90% of them are doing that.
So I will end on this note. The MLS did do something that I don't think they anticipated. They made a lot of the other CONCACAF teams better.
Yep.
Because I think like Honduras and Panama, now Panama, of course, has a lot of players going outside of it, but they have I think one of their World Cups team had a strong MLS base. And that's because, these are players that are leaving the domestic league that are now playing in MLS. Some get recognized and move on to Europe. So MLS has helped a lot more than just the United States.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of a funny byproduct of that. Well, I think on that note, we're going to end it for tonight. So join us tomorrow as we have, I don't think Eric's joining us, but we'll have 4 of us will be back on here. I don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I actually have not been paying attention at all. So I'm sure we'll find something. Maybe more World Cup talk. I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, real quick, just before we go, Oklahoma's up 9-1.
We don't need to talk about that.
Couple of innings. I know Zach's happy about that, but I was surprised that Oklahoma poured it on in this game so far. So it looks like Oklahoma more than likely is going to win the College World Series here in a little bit.
It's starting to look like it. So congratulations to the Big 12 for winning a College World Series because they will never be SEC in anybody's eyes.
And maybe I just jinxed them. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, North Carolina did just get a hit after you said that.
I know. I looked up and he had a blooper in there. So they got runners on the corners right now. So we'll see. But
that'd be hilarious if you said you were talking and they hit a home run when you said that.
Yeah. Zach, if this happens, Zach will never talk to you again.
Well, I will say this too, and this will be the last thing I say about it as well, is I'm very disappointed in national media. And as much as I talk about the Dan Patrick Show, they made zero mention of the Men's College World Series today in a 3-hour show. They got on there. They talked about the NBA draft coming up. They talked about a lot of other stuff, a little bit of NFL stuff. And it's like, and they talked some more. They talked a good bit of World Cup. They talked about the golf tournament this weekend. And it was like, you can't mention the Men's College World Series at least a little bit. Like, it's just an afterthought on the national scale. And that disappoints me.
Well, you got to remember the national media, a lot of stuff is just scaled down as it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of.
Row, overthrow at first base.
Run. Donnie, I think you may have just jinxed them.
Hey, maybe I did. Who knows? I mean, I'm an ACC guy, so sorry, not sorry, Zach, but maybe the route, the return is on here. We'll see.
Listen, there's a bunch of D&D money in this thing. Dabo and Donnie.
Oh, I think Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
I was thinking Dungeons and Dragons too, because I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons
is the sports version. This is Dabo and Donnie.
I was about to say I didn't realize Gary Gygax went to UNC.
He what?
I didn't realize Gary Gygax went to UNC. All right,
Dabo and Donnie.
Well, on that note, join us tomorrow as we'll talk about Dungeons and Dragons and start a new campaign. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.